Hey, this is Calvin Starr, and welcome to the Leader's Vocabulary. Today's word is possibility. And let's think about that, because for me, this is the one part of our business that we're out there sharing with people, which is the possibility of something new, of something that's going to change their lives. And so we're having to take people into this place of actually creating possibilities. You know, I refer to it sometimes as being a hope broker. And you're giving people hope for something that they haven't had hope in before. So let's think about this, because there's a natural progress to possibility and turning it into something actual. And you know, I want to share this with you because if you can help understand the process and how to get yourself and the people that you're working with to go through this process, you'll have a lot bigger and greater results, really. Because once you take this information and you allow people to walk through it, they won't get caught up in this get rich quick scheme, right? Because that's what a lot of people think. And that idea of that is that you go from impossible to actual overnight. And let's face it, you know, building a network marketing business or building any business or relationship is never, you know, an instant, you know, from impossible to possible. And so what I want you to do is I want you to write this down and create this little diagram for yourself to help you understand exactly what this process is and to help you be able to walk through that possibility, and also too to be able to help the people on your team walk through that possibility. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to draw a circle. Okay, and on the outside of that circle, we're going to label that as the invisible, because those are the things that people aren't aware of. That's what you're bringing to people when you bring them an opportunity or a product that's going to start to get them a new result. And that's where most people, if not everybody that you encounter, is living, is in that invisible realm where they don't really know what it is that you have or that you are going to bring to them. And then on that first layer of that circle, I want you to write the word impossible, because that's the first stage for everybody that goes through this process to be able to go, you know what, I see it now, but you know what, I don't really believe that it's possible yet. You know, it's like when somebody comes to a meeting and they're sitting in their seats during the meeting, and they're watching all these people walk across the stage or walk across and talk about their success, whether it be weight loss or the transformation in their health or even the financial transformation in their lives, going from nothing to making $50,000 a month, right? People are going to look at that and go, okay, that's impossible. And so that's the first stage. And so when you have that first layer of impossible, you know, then it becomes aware for them. It becomes a part of something that they're going from point A to point B, and point B is going to be their belief. You've got to get them from point A, which is was that invisible part, and then you brought them into the impossibility. And now you've got to get them to the center, which is point B, which is changing their beliefs. And so then we go into the second layer. So draw another ring within that first ring. And on that level, that's going to be possible. Because now you're working on that idea that, you know what, yeah, it did seem like it was possible before, but now we're working together, we're working through some things, I'm showing them some different processes, and now it starts to become possible for people. And that's really that first stage of going into that place of going, you know what, I think I can actually do this. And then as you start to work even closer, so draw the next ring, then it becomes probable. Okay, that's when they're into the action steps. They're doing the things that they need to do. They're following the rules. They're following the system. And then through the process, which is where you're most likely, or if you're successful, you're most likely, is that then that final ring that you can draw, which is the bullseye, is actually becoming the actual. And so you've got to walk people through that process. And once again, it's that invisible, which is what you're doing. You're bringing something to people, taking it out of the invisible, making it impossible, bringing it down to possible, and then making it probable, and then making it actual for people. That's the process of possibility. And if you can really understand and share this with people so that they get it, so that they don't have so much resistance at first, because a lot of people, like I said, one of the reasons why people don't ever decide to do anything is because they don't have the ability to shift their beliefs and their consciousness into saying, okay, yeah, that's not for me, or that's impossible. There's no way that I could lose 100 pounds. There's no way that I could make, $20,000 a month, because a lot of these people have not even made $3,000 or $4,000 or $5,000 a month. It's one of the things where I've experienced myself personally. I've been in the industry for so long that when people talk about making $400,000 or $500,000 a month, it's not a big shock to me. I've seen it and I've witnessed it, and I've been really close to people that have done that. And so it's no longer an impossibility. It's no longer invisible. It's definitely an actual thing, because I've seen it happen for people. And so you've got to use this in your business to be able to get the results that you're looking for, and start to ask yourself, man, wouldn't it be great? Wouldn't it be great? And that's one of the best ways that you can get into people, to have them break through that barrier of impossibility, is to ask them to start, using that expression of, wouldn't it be great? Wouldn't it be great if you were able to create this kind of an income? Wouldn't it be great if you were able to lose an extra 20 pounds? Wouldn't it be great if you were able to start your own business and get those tax advantages? Wouldn't it be great? And then they start to go, yeah, it would be great. You know what? That's going to be really exciting. And then they start to believe. And they start to go through that natural process of possibility, probable, and then becoming actual. And so your goal as a leader is to make sure that people don't just believe that they're going to take, this one step and be like, okay, I'm here and I'm done, right? Teach people that it's a process, and that everything has a possibility, and it doesn't matter exactly where they are, just as long as they start moving forward. That's the big key here, is to create that forward momentum, that forward level of success for people, just to keep taking those steps and not get wrapped up in the actual wanting of something, but it's more of the process of going through it and experiencing it. And one of the things I'll kind of, touch base with you on is, a lot of times when people experience an overnight success, like let's say the lottery, right? How many times have we heard the story that all of those people that win the lottery end up losing more money and being more miserable and having, cases of suicide and all these things going on in their lives? And I believe that the reason for that is because there was no acclimation to the process. They went from invisible to actuality, and they weren't able to go through that process and really hold it. And so as a leader, this is one of the things that we have to experience in network marketing as well. Is a lot of people have a claim to fame of that one time, that one, that one hit wonder where they've made it big in another company, but they can't do it again. And yeah, sometimes it happens where you go through that process and boom, it happens overnight, so to speak, and then they forget the process. And so let's focus on this idea of possibility, because if you can walk people through, including yourself, to this process, you will come out on the other side and an amazing leader, and also just feeling great about what your possibilities are for building your team. This is Calvin Starr. This is the Leader's Vocabulary. Go out there and make it count. I appreciate you following me, and I look forward to next week.